Good evening, everyone. Are we all okay? I think I'm live. Come and say hello. Been watching you all talking for the last half an hour. I've been ready for half an hour. Can you believe it? Let's say hello to some of our friends then. Let's give it a couple of minutes before we get straight into what's going on. Oh, so many pages. So let's have a look. So we've got on our Facebook page. Right, so on our Facebook page, hi Tina, hi Brenda Denici. There's lots of you on. I moved my stuff out of the way so I can go up and down the comments here. I hope we're all having a lovely day. The rain's just come, hasn't it? Hi Ronald, hi Suzanne. Sorry I've missed your comments, everyone. They do go a little bit fast. There's lots of you on. So let's have a look on our YouTube. Hi Shirley, hi Elizabeth, hi. Oh, hi Carol, hi Hod. Where are we all from today? Has anybody been crafting today? Reading all the comments. Are we all ready to get cracked on? I've got so much to tell you. So if you would be so kind as to click that share button if you see the share button. And if you like the video, don't forget to like. And if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to click that subscribe button as well. I've got so much to tell you about. Got some new goodies in for you all. If you are interested in getting into this bookmaking malarkey, should we call it, because I know you're all having so much fun. I know that you've all been on the Eureka fan page sharing your albums, and a lot of you have taken it one step further and gone and done your own thing, which fills me with joy, because sometimes you just need that kick to start. Once you start, there's no stopping you all. So, hi Elaine, hi Lindsay. Lindsay's been out in the sunshine. Hi, another Elaine, hi Elaine Meller, hi Caroline, hi Rosie. It's lovely to see you all. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time giving shouts out this evening. I've got so much to tell you, and we've got to make an album in like as much time, as quick as we possibly can, really, without it being rushed or... So I'm sorry we didn't do the show yesterday. We're sort of like testing between Sundays and Mondays. Tonight again with cricket and things, it's proved a little bit difficult, and we have gone live really early. However, you haven't seen me until 7 o'clock, but I'll keep you up to date with what we will be doing moving forward. So what have I got to tell you about? Let's get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. So if you all remember the Hoovers, the black, the navy, the white, the yellow, and the electronic erasers, they're all loaded on the website. I had 5 minutes to myself to get them on for you today. So if you are waiting for one of those and you're watching on the website, they're just below the link here. I don't know how I live without this now. And you know, when I said to you, it's not a need. It's still not a need. But when I'm crafting, it takes all the bits off your plates. So normally I tap them onto the floor and I have to get the Hoover out. Well, this takes it all off your plates because of these lovely bristles here. So cool, honestly. I don't know how I lived without it. My son's got one, and he's actually pinched my eraser. It's in his school bag. But the erasers get rid of all your mucky paw prints, you know. If you get an inky paw print and you need to get it off, your electric eraser really does that. And they're all really, really affordable as well, because I ordered a lot. So the price is super affordable. So they're on the website. There are also on the website lots of all new bits and pieces, but in relation to our sort of bookmaking, now I said to you all, didn't I, the reason why I wanted to do books is because it's where I started. I love making flaps and pockets and magnetised and closures and little keepsakes. What I do with them, well, what I do with them is they all go in this, and I just look at them and touch them, and if it comes up to somebody's birthday and I think it's worth... you know, if I've done a good job with one of them, I'll give them to somebody for a present. But I just love playing, regardless of what I do with them. I just love playing. So the purpose of these shows was to really encourage you to play with your stash. And that encouragement is still there. I don't expect you to buy anything. But if you are watching and want to get involved, and you do need some little bits and pieces that are going to aid you with your album making, then I have some bits and pieces for you. Now, you might have them already, and that's absolutely fine. And I don't expect you to buy, but I have some little sort of nuggets as well, which might help you with your bookmaking. We want to keep it as affordable as possible, and always try and dig out what's in your stash. Unless you absolutely haven't got it and you need to buy it, then that's fine. But the encouragement is to use your papers. Now today, I have made an album from single-sided papers, but you can use double-sided, and for the live I'm going to use double-sided, but the demonstration, sorry, the finished sample that I've already got made is single-sided, so we're going to crack straight on with that. So if you are tuning in for the first time and you want to join in, you're going to need either 6x6 single-sided or double-sided papers, or 8x8 single-sided or double-sided papers. That's all you're going to need, and a cutter and some glue. We also have now on the website, you're all asking for punches. I've popped some 2-inch punches. There we go. And some 1-inch. I'll just pop these on the overhead for you. There we go. Just some everyday punches. Totally inexpensive. And they're good punches as well. So to keep that cost down for you. So if you don't have a circle punch, the circle punch is going to create this sort of look here in your pockets. Just elevate that design just slightly and make it look a little bit more professional. Okay, so you've got some punches on the website, and we've also got some other little gorgeousy things as well, which I'm going to tell you about. So let's just make sure, whilst we're just doing this housekeeping for a couple of minutes. Oh, a lot of you have already bought them already. Some of you are savvy crafters, aren't you? Keep an eye on my website. I know what you like. So I also have this as well, which I think felt would be a brilliant accessory if you were doing like travel albums or making a memory album, to date stamp. So I'll just show you this one. So this is a lovely date stamp, and again I've sourced these inexpensive ones. I haven't gone to town. So if you are wanting to get this one out of here, if you are wanting to sort of date stamp, so you have the dates on this side here. The cool thing about this is it's got words as well. So if you want to take it a little bit further, then you can. So it's got sign here. It's got some pictured images. It's got travel log, congratulations, good luck, a letter to, hey, give me 5, happy holiday today, and thank you. But equally, it's also got a blank one as well. So if you don't want the words and you just want to do a date stamp, then you can absolutely do that. This is probably a must, I think, because these are brilliant for stamping like on half on and half off pages, so you remember the dates and things like that. So you just pop them in your ink, or take your ink pad to that bit or that bit, whatever you want to do. It's a cool piece of kit. Cool. I haven't got one personally, and I have been wanting one for a while, so I'm pleased that I've got these ones in. So they're also available. Feel a bit of yeah, so what I plan to do is I plan to give you bits and pieces that are going to elevate your sort of mini albums, but again, you don't have to buy them if you don't want to. There is absolutely no pressure, but I am going to build like a little bit of a mini album scrapbooking shop on the website as well. And if you go to the website and you scroll down, it says handmade mini albums, and all the things that we use in Studio 3 for this sort of craft, paper craft. I've going to pop in. So we've got the date stamps, the punches. I've also ordered some elastic and some brads and things, so we can take our albums one step further and put elasticated sort of closures and magnets and things like that. So it's just a case of just waiting for them to come. And again, they're not going to be marked up as stamps by me or anything like that. I'm just trying to source them at such a good price, order as many as I can to get that price low, and then we can just enjoy the love of craft, because that's what it's all about. So the other things that I wanted to tell you about is this one, which is quite cool. Looks nothing. So we have these little boxes of ATC cards. Now, if you can't be bothered to cut and corner, these are a great go-to. So basically, they are 100 ATC cards that you can decorate if you want to, but equally, they can go in your pockets once you've decorated them. So if you're wanting quick fillers for your albums, that you want to maybe just put a pattern on, or a tag, or a punch, or a stamp, or an IOU, or anything like that, they will go in all of your mini album pockets and things like that. So there's 100 in this little mini box, and it's only a couple of pounds. So if you do want those, they're on the website too. We've only got them in white, but I'm thinking about getting some craft coloured ones and some black coloured ones for our darker coloured ones as well. So there's those ones, and then what else have we got? So I also got these. Look at these vellum envelopes. How gorgeous are these? Check these out. At high end as well. I am so pleased with these. I cannot tell you. So you get 4 designs, 2 of each. Let me just move that out of the way because that's confusing you all. So they're very like whimsical watercolour. So you get 2 of each design. Just pop them here. And let me just show you them when they've got a card inside, because I've popped a card inside one of them, I'm certain of it. Let me see if I can find it. But basically, oh, where are you? Oh. I'll find it. It'll not be far. So basically, there to put your beautiful handmade card. Now, these are for an extra special person. Jane loves these. These are definitely a special person with a nice pretty label on the front to that special person. Absolutely beautiful. Love vellum envelopes. They're my absolute favourite. So let's just have a look. Yeah, Sue's saying ATC is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Let's just have a look what these are then, Sue. I think these might be something like that. Let's have a look. So these ones are 3. What's the lady's name? Sorry. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? There you go, Sue. So we've got this. These ones are 3.5 tall. 3.5 by 2. Just over 2. These ones, Sue. So just so you know the exact size if you're wanting to work with those. Let's have a look. They are beautiful, aren't they? Envelopes, absolute must. But I would probably say they're only for an extra special person. But do you know what? If you like today's album, I mean, let me just show you. With a letter, a gift card or something. Oh, there it is. See, I was thinking ahead. Look, a card. I haven't decorated the card, but a handmade card in the back. There we go, and then into your, I mean, stunning, isn't it? And then pop it in there like so. Absolutely beautiful. So that is your vellum envelopes, okay? You get 2 of each in that set as well. I have some regular vellum coming as well for our albums. And then, lastly, I want to show you these now. These are your vellum postcards, okay? So if you are wanting to make something look extra special, check out this. So on here, this is a vellum one. And I just felt like it softened my album. And I'll show you the design because I'll pop this piece of black underneath. I've left it like this because I love the look of this, but I'll just show you the design look. Absolutely beautiful. Now you get, I'll show you all 3 sets. So let's show you the floral ones. So you get a lot in here. I think you get 30. And some of them are a vintage paper too. Let me show you on here. So check these out. So you get this sort of design, and I think you get 5 of each. Yeah, so 5 of that design there. Then you get some sorts of pink ones. Now if you hold them up to the light, you can just see through them just. So they're very lightweight, really, really beautiful, and they give a lovely soft finish on your artwork. So we get 5 of these ones, and then we get 5 of the postcard styles. And then you get the repeating sort of design, but on vellum. Check these out. Look at these. These are just beautiful. Aren't they gorgeous? And you get 30. Don't even think there's a right or wrong way, to be honest. And then you get your postcard one. Now think about alcohol markers on the back if you want to. Think about adding texture if you want to. Don't just, I think they're just brilliant for wraps. Just brilliant for mini album wraps. Now that one's your floral one. Let me just put that to one side because I don't want to. Just pop that there. That's your floral one. And then we have your foliage. I'll show you the designs in this one in case you are looking. And then once I've shown you these, I think I've shown you all I'm going to show you this evening. And then we're going to move on to making our album. So if you are waiting patiently and you're thinking, what do I need? You need 6x6 or 8x8 single-sided or double-sided papers, okay? So we have this design. Then we have this one with the dragonflies and butterflies. Bit different look. and then we have them in the vellums. Sue, they're on the website, sweetheart. Just go below my live video, pop them on there. You get 30 sheets, so they're going to last you a long time. I was thinking about, you know, wrapping them around cardstock and using them as like tags and toppers and all sorts. There's just, because you get so many, you can do as you please with them, I guess. Right, let's just move this out there. That's foliage, very quickly. And then the last one is timeless, and these ones are a little bit more like vintage, not vintage as such, but less of the florals and a little bit more about time and journeys and things. So let's just show you these ones. So that's that one. Different tone of colour on these ones. These are more tea stainy, browny colour ones. Just move, get in. Then you get older vintage ones, and then again in the vellums. Don't think it matters which way you have them, but they're all gorgeous, I know that. Let's just move these out of the way. Ordered mine in the dinner hour. What you like? There we go. So you get an idea. Absolutely gorgeous. Get one each of them if you're liking them. Get one each because they are lovely. I think these are going to show an appearance in most of our albums, to be honest. And again, because they're inexpensive, it makes me happy. So let's just move it out of the way. Let's crack on. Is everybody ready? So over the course of these classes, if you remember, I said to you, no measuring, let's keep it simple. I hate measuring. Measuring sends me into a meltdown. So we either do everything by eye, by a fingernail, or I'll just say an inch. So you're always going to need a cutter that's got measurements on, and then you're going to probably need a score tool for your lines and things like that. So let's grab our paper. Now the album that we're going to, let's show you the album we're going to make. Now I made this one with single-sided papers, okay? So I've got, I know I shouldn't have this on because you guys haven't got it yet, but at least you get the idea. So pretty. So this is 8x8 single-sided papers. Now this is our, it's all about you paper collection, because I've only ever done single-sided, but moving forward I am going to do some double-sided ones. So this is 8x8, so you get your sort of big mats on the, what you can pop into these larger pockets here, and then you can embellish, and we will embellish as we go along, but when you open it up you get the same in the centre. So you get your mat that you pull out with the decorative elements on, like so. Then we have further pockets on the front where you can put embellishments and things like that. You have your pull-out pockets on both of the pockets, front and back. You're going to make this today, so stay tuned. And then on the back we have a further pocket where you can add your pretty embellishments should you wish. So are we all ready then? I'm sorry about all of the talking. It's just a little bit of housekeeping because I've not been on properly to have a chat, and I have the winner for this card from Studio as well. So grab a piece of paper, tear a piece of paper. Now I'm going to just use this one today. It's the one that I had. This is double-sided, which is going to kill me because some of the papers I just cannot bear to cover, but I'm going to have to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of paper, okay? So choose a piece of paper. Now this is the sort of makings of your book. This is the skeleton, so you're not going to see much of this. So I would suggest pick a page that you're not preferably bothered if you don't see, okay? Like now this is absolutely killing me. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. So this is an 8x8 double-sided, but this book that I've made, this one, it works incredibly well with single-sided. So if you have single-sided, I would save your double-sided for albums that are a little less easy to do when they're not double-sided. So if you have single-sided, grab your single-sided for this one because it works a treat on these single-sided ones. So are we all ready? Give me the thumbs up if we're all ready. Give me the thumbs up, give me the nod. Let's have a look what everybody's saying and let's get crafty, hey? Ooh, some giddy kippers. Hi Nola. Nice pad, Tony. Not bad, eh? Lindsay, I don't have measurements, as in I just go by eye or a score on my scoreboard, but I'll tell you as we go. So grab a piece of paper and a pen and then you can write it down at the side as we go. But I'm using 8x8. So, a few thumbs up. Ooh, lots of thumbs up. Right, let's crack on. Let's just clear my station first. So you've learnt so much so far in the time that we've been doing this. All of this is what we've done in Studio. pockets, corners, how to get same pockets on the same side so they both look exactly the same. Should be incredibly proud of yourselves. Right, so let's crack on. Sue's going to have a go later. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's play. So all I'm going to do is, my guillotine's got a score tool on it, but if you have a scoreboard, okay, you're going to have to get your scoreboard to hand as well. So let's go. So all I'm going to do is, this is an 8x8, 6x6, just go by the same measurements, it really doesn't matter, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this into my cutter here, and I'm going to score sort of a panel on here. So you know how we always do like a 1/2 inch panel on our books and things like that? So I've got 1 inch here, so a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to pop it in my cutter here, and I'm going to just put a score line here at 1/2 inch, okay, down one side. So if you're using 6x6, still do a 1/2 inch, it's absolutely fine. So you can see here, oh my gosh, they're both so nice. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like so. And you need to do this twice. So grab another piece. No, it's killing me, is this? Right, so you need to do that twice. So pop your piece of paper into your score tool and score down one side at 1/2 inch. Oh gosh. Just do it, Tony. So 1/2 inch. So we do it twice, okay? Can we see that here? Right, so all we're going to do, oh God, which page do I like the best? Oh gosh. This is why it's easier with single-sided, ladies and gents. The whole process kills me. Right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one of the hinges to this side here. So I've got this one with the hinge. Can we see? I've got two with a hinge. I'm just going to take one of the hinges and glue it to this side, like so. I'll show you first. Don't jump ahead because I don't want you to make a mistake. So I'm going to glue that hinge to that side, like so. And then I'm going to glue this hinge in here. And what it's going to create, if we have done it before, is that tunnel. Can you remember? So glue one hinge to one side, one to the other, and then we'll end up with this sort of tunnel effect. We have done this before. So Tanya's saying she's snagging a card. Have you got the blade? Is the blade sat in correctly, Tanya? Sometimes when my blade pops out, it snags a little bit. Make sure your blade's absolutely flat in your trimmer, sweetheart. So if you're still having trouble, just message me. I might send you some extra blades. You might have a rickety blade or something. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking that hinge, add some glue on. I'm just going to stick it to this side here. Okay, straight as I possibly can. Excuse the head. Oh, Caroline's saying be sure to clean this channel because it gets debris in it. So check that too, sweetheart. Could be one of many things. We'll get to the bottom of it, I'm sure. And then this one here, so we've got this sort of effect going on now. And then this one here, we'll pop some glue on. And we'll close our sort of tunnel card, whatever you want to call it, shut. If you're using single-sided Sue, the white bit needs to be on the inside. Have your pattern on the outside. So we have this, look. Elaine, these are stamp area. Yeah, these are on the website. I just thought I'd change from the pinks and have a blue. That's it. So you've got this tunnel. Right, we need to do this twice, okay? So grab 2 more pieces of paper out of your book. So we should have 1 tunnel and we're going to create another tunnel, okay? So 2 more pieces out of your book. You decide. So let's do the process again together. Okay, so whatever you're using, 6x6, single-sided, 8x8, single-sided or double-sided, you all need to do the 1/2 inch score, okay? So, decisions. So 1/2 inch again down one side. On that one, and then we'll do the same on the other one, on the second piece. And then again we'll give them a pinch. Paper Boutique, somebody's using, brilliant. So the white should be on the inside too. So in here should be white. The pattern's going to be on the outside, sweetheart, because that's what you're going to see. This is why the single-sided are brilliant for this specific album. We don't have to back to back because the white will be on the inside. So if you're using single-sided, put your pattern on the outside, and in here should be your white side. Okay, sweetheart? So that's 1 tunnel, and then we need to do a second tunnel. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some glue on the hinge again, like we did with our last one. I'm going to stick the side, flat side, onto the hinge. I know lots of you have been getting into these albums, even gifts for families and things like that. It's been really cool seeing all of your makes. Elizabeth says, happy Monday, Tony and fellow crafters. Hi, sweetheart. And then, again, we're just going to put some glue across this one and close it shut. So we'll have another tunnel. Yeah? So our hinges will be on the inside, hidden away. Another tunnel, look. Super duper. So you should have 2 tunnels, guys. Like that, can we see? Super easy. Paper Boutique have a similar Sea Wonder, they're single-sided. Okay, well if you've got that, then you need to dig it out because it's a great album, I'm guessing. So we have our 2 tunnels. So now this is what I was saying about you're not going to see too much. You have to decide what you like and what you don't. Oh gosh, it's a killer, isn't it? But equally. So now what we need to do is we need to make some posh pockets on here. So we need to grab another piece of your paper, whether it be 6x6 or your 5x5. You could be using 5x5 if that's all you have, or your 8x8, whatever it may be. So just tear a page out of the book, like so. So I'm using 8x8. So I'm going to score it in half, okay? Thinking about the pattern on here, it's not going to work. I'm going to score it in half. So if you're using 6 by 6, 3, score at 3. So I'll just grab a piece of paper. Don't run ahead because I don't want you to make a mistake. Just stand by. So we're going to pop our cardstock in. Now think about your image, okay? Because, okay, I'll just do it and then you can see. So I'm just going to pop it in my score tool here, and I'm going to score it at 4. I'm just going to get my arm out, as in my arm on my guillotine, not literally my arm out. And I'm just going to score at 4, okay, in half. So I'm just going to score it in half. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in half. Or if you want to just fold it in half by eye, go for it. So you have this. Okay, so if you're using 6 by 6, score at 3. Okay, so then all you're going to do is you're going to take your pocket here, and this is going to be the pocket here, look. And do you know how we get our lovely sort of pockets matching in front? Look at that, front and back. Genius, hey? Genius. So, but before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to put that lovely arch in there. So if you haven't got a circle punch, you can do it with a die, if you want to do it with a die. Alternatively, you could pop something circular on here. Say, for instance, look what I've got to hand here. Vaseline, and draw around and then cut it out with a pair of scissors if you want to, but I'm just going to use my punch. Now I have a 2-inch punch here, so the way that I do it is I pop it in and decide when I'm going to do it, like so. We see that here, and then I just give it a good old, when I'm happy it's in place, give it a good old punch through, and then it puts that lovely arch in there. Can we see that there? This is why these tools are a godsend, let me tell you. Right, so we have our lovely pocket. So I'm going to grab our sort of tunnel we've made, and I'm just going to pop it on there, and you can already see now we have a beautiful pocket front and back. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop some glue only down the sides because it's a pocket, remember. Like so. And I'm just going to take my pocket, I'm just going to push it into here, line it up best we can, and close it shut. You see that here? Like so. So that's the front of our pocket, and when that's dry, turn it over, okay, and glue the second one down the front and the side. So there's pros and cons with beautiful pattern papers, some of which are frustrating and some of which, like double-sided, really does frustrate me because it's killing me knowing that beautiful patterns in there. But equally, you know, sometimes when we make these albums we need them to be double-sided, don't we? Second thing, look at this here, the writing is like this way instead of this way, which is a little bit frustrating, although it's going to be hidden. So there's pros and cons with single-sided and double-sided. You just make the decision which is better for you, okay? So I have my tunnel, and I now have a pocket on the front and a pocket on the back of this one. We need to do the same for this one, okay? So repeat the process again twice. So that pocket on this one, we need to do the same for this one. So choose another piece of paper. So score it in half. So if you're using 6 by 6, if you're using 5 by 5, 2.5 by 2.5, okay? So I'm going to score at 4. I'm going to score it in half, so do it with me if you want to, if you're thinking I need to be shown twice. So let's have a look. Elizabeth, I received my stamp and die sets from HSN on Saturday. They are awesome. Oh, that's brilliant, Elizabeth. That's quite quick, isn't it? Hey, mind you, they have been in HSN warehouse for nearly a month. Ready for you all. I'm pleased to hear that. Let me know how you get on, Elizabeth. So now we have, again, 8x8 folded in half, and I'm going to do the punch again. Okay, get that lovely sort of pocket design on there. And I'm doing it both at the same time, which means both sides will be equal, which is a nice touch. Okay, like so. And we're going to do exactly the same with our second tunnel. Okay. Now look at that. That's upside down on the other side. That's so nightmare. Let's see what it looks like if I do it the other way. Don't think I'm going to get around it. Let's have a look. So make sure you're sticking it, leaving your ends open. You don't want to be sticking them on there, okay? So let's stick our front one on. And then turn it over and we'll glue our second one down. I've still ended up with an upside down animal, but hey ho, I'll cover it with an embellishment. Let's get rid of our troll, shall we? Hey. We don't want to know about that, thank you. This is crafting. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to get rid of it, everyone. Just bear with. Hopefully, I know there's some still on there, but I'm just going to ignore it. Hopefully they don't come back. So we have 2 now. Squished them flat, Tracy. So we have 2 of our lovely tunnels, and we have the pockets on the front and the pockets on the back. Is everybody with me so far? So far, so good. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do now is we need to connect our sort of pages here. Now this is where you're just going to need a bit of cardstock or maybe an offcut of paper. You're not going to see any of it. So if you have an offcut from one of your albums from last time, or a piece of white cardstock, it really doesn't matter, okay? So, naughty messages, I know. Mind you, dating agency, if we're a bit skint, you know, we could always, should we all just chip in? No, I think I love paper too much. So I'm just going to create like a hinge to join these 2 together. Now, no matter what you use, you're not going to see it, okay? So use whatever you've got in your stash. Don't go out and specifically cut something. Just use what you've got in your stash. Now, I'm doing an 8-inch album, so my hinge in here needs to be just under 8. If you're using a 6x6, then just do it just under 6. So let's just have a look what I've got in my hand here. Let's just stand by and I will tell you what I'm doing. So mine is 8, isn't it? Just stand by. So I'm just cutting this just under, so I'm going to do 7.5 tall by 2-inch wide. Okay, so 2-inch wide, and I'll show you why in a second. So if you're doing a 6x6, just do under 6 and 2-inch wide. I'll wait for you all to do that because you're all probably scrambling around for a bit of old scrap card or something. I won't rush ahead. So you can see here, mine's just under 8, so it'll fit just in here. Look, hopefully, if I haven't done it too big. Oh, I have done it too big. I'm just thinking, why does it not fit when it's just under 8? But we've had our hinge, haven't we? Eee. So what I'm going to do, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to try 7, just 7. So I'm doing 7 now, ladies and gents, okay? 7 tall. And I know that that's going to fit in there, look. Can we see? I forgot we'd done our 1 inch closure. So 7 tall, 2 inch wide. And that's for an 8 by 8, okay? If you're doing 6 by 6, I would probably do 5 tall, 2 inch wide. So I'm just letting you all just do that. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to score it in half. So it's 2, so 1 inch, okay? Score in half. So we're just creating a hinge. It's what we did on the other albums, if you remember. Score in half, so I'm going to score it at 1 because it's 2 inch wide. Super easy. Just score in half. And then, excuse me, then we've created this look. Super easy. I'll just let you catch up. Can you all see me? Yeah, you can see me. I should have put that on earlier, shouldn't I? So far, yeah, super easy, everyone. You've all gone quiet, so I know you're all doing it. And then all we're going to do is we're going to connect our lovely pages. Super easy. So let's just move this out of the way for just a second. I'll just bob it up there, hopefully. Here we go. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some glue on here and I'm going to pop it inside here and press it down. This is why it doesn't matter what colour it is or anything, because you're not going to see any of it. So let's get some glue on here. So glue just on one side, okay? And all you're going to do is pop it in. Take your album up to the score line best you can. Don't go flush to the score line, just come away about 1 mil and this will be enough for you to book to open and close. I'll show you in a second. I'll press mine down, then I'll show you mine. So hopefully you'll be able to see I've just got that score line just there. There we go. Right, I could do just pushing that end in a little bit. There we go. Like so. And then this one as well, we'll pop some glue on this one. And we'll pop this one into this pocket, look. And we'll do exactly the same. Just stay away, don't go flush to the line, but as near as you dare. You can see it in the little centre there. Can we see that there? And then when you've got it all in place, line it all up, give it a good push down, tease the paper. Oh, Caroline's saying Adele just slit up the side. And there we go, you've sort of like got your makings of your book. You've got your 2 ends here. And guess what? Got 2 ends at this side too. So you can do double pocket if you want to. You can really go to town. Super cool. I'll just let everybody just get their hinges in. And then literally, to be honest with you, it's down to now how you want to embellish. Let me just show you. So the cool thing about these sort of mini albums is the pages you can just do in white cardstock, and then you can use the embellishments from the paper pad to sort of enhance. So say for instance this is a piece of white card, you could use this as a, you know, obviously cut it down. So let's cut this one down. So because I only get 10 sheets in these Stamperia papers, I'm going to use my mats and layers as white. But if you've got a book full, like with mine, where you get 4 of each, 48 pages, you're literally going to use them all. I used it for mat and layers on both because I got that many. You get that many in there. So you can see, you can really go to town. So let's get some sort of pockets in here. Let's get some mats, should we say. So I'm just going to use white cardstock, but if you have the papers and you have plenty of, do them. So it doesn't matter what size at all. You can go as big as the pocket if you want to. So I'm just going to go by my fingernail, as I always do. So you're going to need four of these for your pockets, because you've got four pockets, haven't we? So let me tell you what size these are of mine. So let's go 7. So I've got here 7 by 5 mats. Let's see what they look like. That's good enough, isn't it? 7 by 5. So I'll do one for each pocket. 7 by 5 mats if you are crafting along. Like so. So these are brilliant for photos. They're brilliant for to-do lists or where you've been on trips, things like that. Just so many things you could. The great thing about albums is you can just personalise, can't you? You can make each one as an individual for every crafter. Friends, family, photos of kids growing up, whatever you want. It's great. So that's one, two, and then one on the back. But if you have posh things like envelopes or whatever you have in your stash, imagine these. And that's really such a cool thing about memory albums, you know, guys, is you'll find things in your stash that have been sat there for ages, and you're thinking, do you know what, I bought them because I thought they were lovely. I've never used them. You're going to be able to use them. It's going to really bring out the best of you with your crafty projects, because let me tell you, you wouldn't buy something if you thought it was disgusting or it was ugly. You wouldn't have bought it, would you? Let's face it. So you've bought it for a reason. Something sparked your creativity to buy it. So dig out the things that you maybe lost the love of and do them from that, because you're going to end up with some great projects. Let me just go back onto here, pop this back on. So whilst I'm just cutting this one, a couple of things to tell you about then this week. So this week we have quite a busy week. So I'm online tomorrow, I'm on YouTube tomorrow at 1 o'clock. But on Wednesday, on Thursday, I'm with Teresa Collins. Teresa's zooming in. She's got some tutorials for you using some of the products that you all bought. So get those dug out if you did buy them. And on Friday, so Teresa Collins is at 8 o'clock at night, okay? Because obviously the time difference. I know it's a late one, and I know a lot of you like the late one, but be reassured it never goes away, so you can always catch it. Excuse me. And then on Friday at 1 o'clock, we are celebrating 1 million views on our YouTube channel. Now, when I say 1 million, we're actually at 1.5 nearly million views, but I didn't want to put 1.5. So we're celebrating over 1 million views on our channel. We have giveaways, we have prize giveaways, and we also have a fabulous launch exclusive to the How to Craft Network. So you must come and say hello, because that'll be super cool. So, couple of things. Back to our album. So it's already looking cool, isn't it? I mean, creativity is probably buzzing from you all. Are we ready to move on? We're ready to move on. Let's move on. So in here, look, we have pockets. Now, obviously they're open-ended pockets. Now, if you want to, you can seal this completely shut so you don't have like an open end at this time. But you can have it. So let me just show you, for instance. Let's pretend. So you have pocket tag here, cut to size, obviously. And then you can have one this side too. So sort of a double whammy on the front page, and then on the back the exact same. All I would say to you is it looks cute, but when you have a tag on here you have to be really careful, because what happens is if it's flat on a table, when they come to open it, can you see it gets caught? But if you're going to open it carefully, then it's okay to have this back tag, okay? But just be mindful of that. So what I'm going to do here is, as you can see from my album here, oh, Donna's been waiting. Oh, darling. As you can see, I glued this sort of embellishment in, and I stuck it in, and then I closed it completely shut so that these will pull out at this side. So it is personal preference, you decide. So let me just grab one of these vellums here. Let's see if I've got anything that's going to fit colour match. Now, you don't have to use these vellums. I'm not expecting you to buy them. They are gorgeous though. But you can use another piece of pattern paper and act it as a closure if you want to. Totally your call. But you can see how it just sort of elevates it. Now, when you get these home and you use your score tool, be careful with it, because I giddy kipper, I scored it and went straight through it. I cut it in half with my score tool, and this is a strong score tool on here, but you know, just be a bit careful. Just a light score is enough, okay? So I'm just going to fold this over here. So if you're using your pattern papers, brilliant. So all you're going to do, whatever you use, you can just seal it shut now as is completely. But if you're wanting to elevate it, pop in another piece like so, wherever you want to, and then glue it shut. And it just adds that texture, the soft dimension to your projects. And what I am going to do now is I'm going to glue it all shut with this. So if you don't want to embellish, or you don't want to add another piece of cardstock, glue the left hand side closed, okay? Glue it closed. I'm just going to pop this in here. Tony, can you start again? You'll have to rewind me, darling. I'm sorry. It is a super easy one though, and if you have single-sided paper, sweetheart, they're probably the better ones to use for this. Great way of using your single-sided. So as you can see, I've got that lovely vellum sort of embellishment on there, and then I am just going to pop some glue in here, and I'm going to completely seal the whole thing shut. You don't have to do this, remember though, guys. I've just shown you alternative ways. So seal it completely shut. Oh, Sue glued the wrong side. That's why as well, sometimes the papers that you're not so in love with, use those for the live show, because I know you try and keep up. Use those for the live show, and then maybe when you've got the idea, get your bestie papers out and have fun with those. So then you've got this sort of effect here, and then all you can really do then is just sort of like play and embellish, which is the fun part, isn't it? So pop a tag in here, a mat for your photos. I'll cut these down, mind you, just for example. So you've got one in there, look, make them to your size. Then we've got one in here, make to your size, like so. And then the fun part, which is the embellishing part. So in this paper collection, I always like a paper pad that's got embellishments. So we've got the circles, and have the courage to sort of fussy cut some of the elements out as well. Like, so say for instance this one. Well, it's glued shut now, ha ha, says Sue. So let me just quickly show you how to sort of elevate the design. So I love this corner. I'm not the best fussy cutter in the world, but because it's on textured background, it doesn't really matter if I'm not great. It looks really cool regardless. So I'm just going to go quickly around. And again, not too precious, not too close. Now you can spend more time if you like to fussy cut. I'm not a fussy cutter fan, but I will have a go sometimes. So just lightly around. So just very quickly. Now you're going to be up all evening now decorating your lovely albums. You're going to probably do it in pink, in blue, in yellow. Because I know when I first started out doing these, you know, I did like a diary. And I thought, right, I'm going to batch make this. I'm going to do 15 all at the same time. So I did all of the pockets for 15 albums at the same time. I did all of the stamping at the same time. But can you imagine if you had, say, a mini stall and you do stuff for charity, or if you do actually sell them, don't personalise them too much, and then when you do pop them on your stands, maybe you could pop an age or a number or something like that on if you wanted to, couldn't you? You know, and I would, I mean, these are quick and easy, these sorts of ones, but I would pay £5. I mean, I know TV say £5 for a card. You never get that in a month of Sundays because people don't pay it, do they? But for little like albums where you've got little like embellishments and things, and you've been a little bit more creative, and you maybe got some paper clips, because I've got some awesome paper clips on the way to sort of embellish, and stickers and things. When you've added those extra touches and details, I think you're looking at £5. You know, give credit where credit's due. If you're hand making it, which you are, and they're all on a stand and they all look beautiful, I would be totally drawn to a handmade stand, and I would pay easily £5, you know, because I know somebody spent a lot of time on it. So then when you've got your embellishments like so, I mean, you could layer look. So now we've got this corner over our vellum sheet, or up top. So many ways. And you could actually use this as maybe, don't glue it all, so this part just tucks back under here, do you know? I'm not going to bore you all with the detail because... So what measurements do we need for our vellum wrap? Now what I did with my vellum wrap is, because it's so gorgeous and I want you to see most of it, I just did a little score line, enough just to fold it in half and just tuck it in there, because I want you to see more on the front than that's actually tucked away. So I think I did something like 1 centimetre. So just 1 centimetre, because it's so beautiful, I didn't want to hide it. So there we go. Let me just show you the finished project then, because this is the one and I will complete it and I will pop pictures on social media, but let's show you the finished one I did. Now this is the one that I did when I was on HSN and I had the 1 AM show in the morning and I had some time to kill, so I had quite a bit of time to play and things like that. So if you have this paper, I fussy cut these embellishments from the paper pad, and I created tags and top a pocket here. That's that lovely arch we've just created ourselves, remember? Then we've got a photo mat, which could have, it could have a Vellum postcard on there if you wanted it to. Whatever you've got in your stash. I've got our Vellum Wrap. And then we have our pockets here, which could be photo mats too. There is 2, I believe. Yep, 1 here and 1 on here. And then on the inside, again, I've popped this little pocket, embellished again. Put a few tags in here, so if somebody wants to make a gift card themselves. A photo mat here, and I just stuck that tag on the side because I felt like it just sort of elevated it a little bit. Again, no rules crafting. And then we have this lovely, like, I love where things go over pages. Then we have our mat here as well. So if you want to mat and layer and make it extra special, absolutely do that. You know, the possibilities are endless. And then on the back we have a page here, and I've just popped that in there for instance, but that's just because I just wanted to show you those beautiful vellum envelopes. So there we go. Have we enjoyed it? Did everybody find it easy enough? Let me know. Let's have a look. I've ordered the new vellum, but you've inspired me to get out all of the other vellums. Yeah. Do you know what as well? I've got a beautiful one planned with vellum and die cuts. So not only are we going to be using our pattern papers, I'm going to encourage you to dig out your die cuts as well. Just stand by on that one because that's going to be amazing. We're going to be digging out all of our older stash. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it was easy enough for you all to follow. I'm trying to keep them super easy, super simple, no measurements, where you can grab a 5x5, 8x8, 7x7, 12x12 if you want to, and apply your creativity. So, oh, brilliant. Don't forget to share your makes on our Eureka fan page as well, because that's where we love to see if I'm doing a good job, and if I'm getting you to pick up some paper, I'm doing a good job. And You know, I thoroughly enjoy Studio 3. So if you haven't shared, please be kind enough to share the show, because it just gives us a wider reach as well. Click that like button as well. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe as well, because we're live pretty much every single day. So whatever you are doing, have a beautiful evening. And if you're crafting, don't stay up too late, okay? And I will see you all later. Have a great day, everyone. See you later. Bye.